Callum Smith destroys Beterbiev.
But Bivol is really, really slick, and even Canelo couldn't do anything.
Callum Smith, power, speed.
Well, I think if he had the power of them, he's in the same category as Crawford and Inoue.
No, I think Bivol stops him.
As he says, he's just one day he's hoping to be a good boxer.
It's going to be a competitive fight.
I think it would be a great fight.
I just got a feeling Callum Smith's going to just do something special.
Beterbiev knockout round 9, did I say?
Yeah, I've just got a feeling this is Callum Smith's night.
Welcome back to BoxCast. Today we're going to be discussing the upcoming fight, light heavyweight fight between Artur Beterbiev and Scousman Callum Smith.
Boy.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this, Simon? I think it's January the 13th.
An
2024.
Interesting fight.
Mm-hmm. Have I told you I've met Callum Smith? I have.
Okay.
When he won his world title.
Oh, against George Groves.
Yeah.
Nice.
The day, I think the same evening or the day after, I think it was. Where was the fight? In London? Or was it the O2? Or was it outside?
I can't remember, you know.
I can't remember the event. Brain fog, but...
No.
Because it was him and a couple of his brothers, so we met a few of his brothers. I did say to him. Should I tell you what I said to him? In Scouse and then translate to English.
What did you say to him?
I forgot what it is. Let me see. I was just trying to take the swear words out. No, there wasn't any swears. It was like, hey, mate. Well done, La. World champion.
Wow.
Which translates to, well done, my dear gentleman. You won the world title. No, I didn't really say that. But no, I did congratulate him for winning the world title. And that was a good performance.
It was. I like Callum Smith.
Yeah.
I rate Callum Smith.
I do.
He's got a really tough fight next in Quebec City in Canada.
See, against most people, I'd be favouring Callum Smith, but Artur Beterbiev is a beast. He's
too old, and Callum Smith will destroy
him. Well, he may be. We'll find out. but he's still a beast. And he's got a 100% knockout ratio. So...
It's on Sky Sports Action.
Mm-hmm. Good. It's Quebec, though. Is it going to be early morning one?
Yeah, it's going to be a 4 o'clock in the morning job, isn't it, as usual? British fighters don't tend to do well over in Canada.
Nope.
Tony Bellew went for a title over in Canada and got knocked out. At light heavyweight.
Yeah.
Against Adonis Stevenson.
Yeah.
It's a tough fight to call, this one. I know we say Callum Smith's going to knock him out, but it's a really tough fight to call.
Well, let's start with Callum Smith. I think he's got the skill set to be able to do it. He's a very good fighter.
I think the problem is maybe you feel the same as I go off a lot of Callum Smith's performance against Canelo.
Yeah.
Which I don't think was the true Callum Smith.
I think he was in awe of who he was fighting, who was in the ring opposite him. And Canelo had a sneaky plan where they took away his biggest gift, which is his biggest weapon, which is his left arm. And that just basically, he didn't know what, he tried, but he didn't really know what to do. And Canelo, without you having your power punch, it's hard to stop Canelo. It's hard to stop Canelo anyway, whatever. Because he has got height and he's got reach advantage, isn't he? And his age is not that old. He's 29, 30.
Yeah, just having a look at Taylor the tape.
Because he's about 6'3", I think.
Callum Smith,
he's got pretty long arms. He's got a good reach.
87 inch reach.
Yeah.
Artur Beterbiev, 73 inch reach.
Yeah.
It's in Beterbiev's hometown.
Because what's Artur Beterbiev, about 5'10"?
Doesn't actually say. 6 foot, sorry.
Oh, 6 foot, yeah.
6 foot, 30.
But they like heavyweights.
8 years of age. Callum Smith, 5 years younger.
He's 33 now.
Beterbiev, 19 fights, 19 knockouts. Callum Smith, 30 fights, 21 knockouts, 1 loss. 70%
He's got a
knockout
power punch
ratio.
as well. And he can box.
Just having a look what the odds are. Who's the favourite?
I have to suspect that's Artur Beterbiev.
Do you reckon?
100% knockout ratio. I think he's going to, and he's the
But who's
unified champion.
Let me see. Because I know he's a Russian Canadian, isn't he?
It's actually wrong on Wikipedia. This it says Dagestan. He isn't. He's Chechenian.
Yeah.
I double checked.
Okay.
Phoned a friend and asked.
There we go. You have got friends then?
Well, acquaintance. Let's not go too far. Not a friend.
Right. Well, I'm just looking at Artur Beterbiev. I mean, Callum Smith, power, speed, good tall boxer.
He's got a good job. He's got a good.
He's got a great job.
He's got a good jab.
Yeah,
he's got
got
power.
a good job.
He's got a good left hand.
He cannot fight like he did against Canelo against Beterbiev. I think he got over, like you say, he was in awe of Canelo. I think he's got to go in there confident that he's going to...
Beterbiev does have a bit of that aura of, like we said, Mike Tyson does and people like that, because he is a beast. So he's got to not have that, is basically what you're saying, isn't it?
I mean, I'm just looking at Beterbiev's record. He beat Anthony Yard, although he was hurt in that fight as well a few times against Yard.
He's been down and he's been hurt. It's just he doesn't give up.
Beat Joe Smith Jr.
I think that was about the second round or third round knockout.
Um,
And Joe Smith Jr. is a big puncher. Or had a reputation as a big puncher. Yard is a big unit as well. Yard gave him a good go, but you could. It was sort of inevitable.
Is there a time where Father Time catches up with you? And
There is for everyone.
Has it caught up with Beterbiev?
We will find out.
He hasn't fought since his...
Well, this one was supposed to be in November or December, wasn't it? And then it's been delayed because he was injured.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, it's 12 months since he fought.
so there could be a bit of ring rust.
But then again, Callum Smith's last fight was in August 22.
So it's even further.
So they're both going to be rusty. I mean, Callum Smith's going to... He's been sparring with his brothers. He's got a good gym. There's a lot on the line for this fight. There's a hell of a lot on the line. Obviously, the winner, you're fighting Bivol for undisputed.
In Saudi, probably again. I think there's
Most probably, yeah.
They've already sort of deal planned out.
I think the Saudis are expecting Beterbiev to win this. To be honest,
I think a lot of people are expecting Beterbiev to win.
And
the scouser in me wants Callum Smith. When I switch that off and my head starts working, I think Beterbiev is a beast.
Callum Smith can box his socks off.
Yep.
He really, really can. He can box. He can keep him at range with the jab, and he can gain his respect. Which
he's
got
the power. He's got enough power to back
which he
him up.
didn't do against Canelo. We kind of went in a shell on the.
He was in awe of Canelo.
Yeah, I think
it's whether he's learnt his lesson.
Yeah,
from that.
and I think the move up in weight will have done
suits him better because I think he was a bit too big for that because his frame, like we've said, is huge.
I mean,
he's a bit too big for
Callum Smith. Contradicting myself because I always say Callum Smith seems to perform better when he's got a better opponent in front of him, but against Canelo he didn't. But when he fought the likes of George Groves and
he's been really good in all his other fights.
Yeah. Okay, but against John Ryder, he wasn't. I think
John Ryder's a good boxer, though.
A lot of people had John Ryder winning that fight.
Yeah.
I didn't, but a lot of people did. But I think John Ryder's performance against Canelo proved that Ryder's a really good fighter.
Really good boxer.
I think Callum Smith's jab can win this fight.
Well, I think it's a combination. He's got the reach advantage and height. He's got a good jab, and if he can catch him with one or two of his left hands, just to make Artur aware of his power, and so he doesn't go just walk him down, which is what he should have done to Canelo, but he didn't. Then I think he's got a good chance. He's got enough boxing talent to keep him away.
Yeah.
But if he gets ground down, which is what Beterbiev does, because he doesn't go looking for the knockout, he's just hard hitting boxer. He tries to box. Well, he doesn't try. He boxes. He's hard hitting, and then he eventually wears you down and catches up. And he's got the power in both hands, and he's explosive. As he says, he's just one day he's hoping to be a good boxer. Artur Beterbiev. He's still learning. At 38.
Yeah,
Because the thing with them is they don't normally gas. He can throw them all day long. He's conditioning.
don't
and
normally
good.
gas, but he's not. He's quite easy to hit.
Yeah, he can get hit. He's not Bivol where he gets out. He's not as slick as Bivol.
No, he's
not as good technically as Bivol.
He can get put down. He has been down.
He's got a good chin, but he can get put down. He can get caught.
Just checking very quickly. Harmony.
But he has fought people like this before, because he fought the Ukrainian guy, Vozdik, in Beterbiev when he had one of the belts. Bivol had the belt, one of the belts. I think the two of the belts were... I think he had one belt then, and he got a second belt from that contest. He unified. And Vozdik was a slick boxer, typical Ukrainian. Well, typical like Lomachenko and Usyk. Although I don't think he's quite that level. And Beterbiev just wore him down, because Vozdik was winning in boxing.
Yeah, he got knocked down by Callum Johnson.
Yeah.
Although we went on to knock him out.
Well, he knocked everybody out, so... Yard caught him with a few good punches.
He did.
And Yard's got power. But he took it and then dished it back.
He fought Alexander Usyk in the amateurs as well. Sorry, I'm just looking at this.
Yeah, the 2-1, isn't it, to Usyk, I think. That's why there's a lot of thing, isn't it, about, he should move up to fight Usyk. But, like, there's 2 weight classes. And as good as he is, and where Usyk is now, I don't think that's a contest.
No. He is, like you say...
especially at his age, I think this will be... If he can get past Callum Smith, I think if he wins that, he's got Bivol. I think if he wins that, that's it, retirement, then I think. There's nothing else for him to show or do. I don't think he's going to jump up weight. Because he goes up weight, he's got Apataya. That would be a hell of a fight, but I don't think it's a sensible one.
just think...
You've got an up-and-coming young beast.
This reminds me of Lucien Boutte, Carl Froch. Mm-hmm. Lucien Boutte, heavy favourite. Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
And Carl Froch just destroyed him. Like, my worry for Callum Smith is he's been out the ring too long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, August 22. It's a long time to be out the ring. He's had injuries. Don't know whether he's recovered from them injuries fully.
Well, I think both of them had injuries. Obviously, Beterbiev's had his now. Although his was more like... I thought it was like his back or something, but it isn't. It's tooth. So things under the tooth, the gum or whatever. He's had that thing, and obviously it's painful as anything when it comes up. But he's like tooth, no problem. But it's under the tooth. The bone under the tooth is damaged. But that shouldn't affect his boxing skill.
No, it shouldn't affect it. I mean, it's an interesting fight. I think it's gonna be a one-sided fight, though.
Going to whom?
Callum Smith.
Okay.
I just think he shows up and he puts on a boxing masterclass and he stops Beterbiev.
Wake up now, please.
I'm telling you. I think he stops Beterbiev.
I think if Father Age is caught up with Artur Beterbiev, I think he beats him. If it's prime, normal service Beterbiev, I think that's quite hard to see.
I think Callum Smith knocks him out in 7 rounds.
Bold prediction.
I just think Callum Smith's going to be too much for him.
Callum Smith's definitely got a
I
chance of
just think that I don't know why, but everything in my head is telling me Callum Smith's going to put on a masterclass, and we're all going to be going,
well, we hope so.
Wow.
And we can go, Scouser, unified world champion.
And then you're going to be going, oh, it's a 50-50 fight against Bivol.
Yeah.
I just got a feeling Callum Smith's going to just do something special.
To be honest, I think Callum Smith has more chance of beating Beterbiev than he does of Bivol. I think Bivol is too technically skilled.
Yeah, I think that goes to a point decision. This one ain't going to point. I think Callum Smith knocks him out.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to points.
And it'll be a right uppercut that knocks him out.
Maybe.
Or it gets stopped on cuts.
So you've got Smith. I'll have Beterbiev then.
You were going for Beterbiev anyway.
Beterbiev in the first place.
Try this. No, I just think... I think it's going to be a good fight. I think there's going to be some hairy moments in there.
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be a really competitive fight.
But no, I just think...
I hope Callum Smith shows up and Beterbiev show up. The only problem is if Beterbiev shows up and both of them in their prime mode and time hasn't slowed Beterbiev down, I still think Beterbiev wins. But I think it'll be close fight. I just think Beterbiev will wear him down, and he doesn't quit, he doesn't give up. He's got that typical thing of that region of boxers that will get him through. So for around a 9,
how can he get through
knockout,
when he's flat on his back?
He's been there before. He gets up and then carries on.
He's not going to be getting up this time. He's going to be seeing stars.
It's Beterbiev the beast.
He's going to be seeing that maple flag from the Canada flying
Look,
around his head.
I'd love for Callum Smith to win. It'd be great. I mean, I want to see Beterbiev and Bivol, but
no.
Only because I think that's a closer fight. Because I think Callum Smith goes up against Bivol. Bivol is too technically skilled. And then the power and the advantages that Callum Smith has don't apply as much against Bivol as they do against Beterbiev. So I think this is better fight matching than the other way around. I think Bivol technically is better than both of them.
Yeah, I'll agree.
But the reason I think the Beterbiev fight is because if he gets past Callum Smith, that's a huge test. And he knocks him out, and he's still got his 100% knockout ratio. Of that caliber of opponent, you're going against Bivol, then that's a 50-50 fight.
Me and you are going to have fallen out.
I'm just voicing an opinion. I'm being devil's advocate. You need to argue your side. That's my argument.
My argument is that Callum Smith's jab, he's going to find his range really quickly with his jab.
Yeah.
And then he's going to start letting that right hand go. And he'll start letting his left hook go and letting his uppercut go. And Beterbiev ain't going to know what hit him. And he's going to cut him up and he's going to stop him. And everyone from Liverpool's great. We're the best boxers in the world, end of conversation.
I can't really argue with that.
No, I just think... I think this is Callum Smith's moment. I
think if Callum Smith gets to the other side, I don't think it's a great opportunity.
He won the Super 6 at super middleweight. Was it the Super 6 or something?
Whatever.
And if you go back through watching Callum Smith's fight, some of his knockouts are vicious.
Yeah.
He has got some serious power.
I think the fight he had after Canelo was, he basically knocked the guy and the guy's tongue was, I hate to see that thing. It was the guy was
brutal.
It was a brutal knockout.
And like I say,
but he caught him perfectly.
I don't want to...
left hook.
I'm going to say, the Canelo fight was a blip. He froze, I'd say, on the occasion.
Well, that's my concern with it, because this is the same sort of thing.
But he's had the experience now. He's got...
But he still hasn't been against anybody like that.
And he's got his brothers behind him who were experienced, like Paul and Joe and
you'd
stuff.
expect they're going to have a good game plan. I mean, the game plan is probably what you've said. It's jab and he's got the power. I just don't see Beterbiev quitting though, giving up or going out, even if he's on the ground.
But I think
he just comes and he's so heavy-handed, he will catch him.
Yeah,
I can see
will.
Callum Smith giving up faster than Beterbiev. That's my point.
Has anyone ever touched Callum? Has Callum Smith ever been on the canvas? So
no, because Canelo just destroyed his arm.
Yeah, but
left arm
couldn't. He's got a better defense than people think. Callum Smith, to be fair.
No, I think it's going to be a close fight. I don't mean he's going to get blitzed. Most of the people, Beterbiev's fights are mostly close.
Yeah.
Unless he catches him early.
It's going to be like Kabayel, Makhmoudov.
Yeah, Beterbiev is on a different level to Makhmoudov.
Telling you.
He is not slow.
He
does
has
not
people-
swing. He's not a power puncher per se in the typical sense of power punching, even with his 100% record. He's a boxer.
Yeah, but no,
He's not I don't think he's technically as skilled as Bivol, but he's not that far from Bivol in skill. And that's what he does. He's just that he's heavy-handed with it, both hands. And he starts catching you, he's going to grind you down. And I think the only problem for me is, and I hate to say it, and like I said, I've met him, I hate to say it, is I think Callum Smith gives up before Beterbiev does. And that's my concern with it. That's my thing. As much as I'd love to see Callum Smith win. But having said all that, I think it's about a 60-40. 60 to Beterbiev, 40 to Callum Smith.
No, I'm the other way
Which most
round.
opponents against Beterbiev I would give worse than that. The only 50-50 against Beterbiev, I think, is Bivol.
The Bivol,
Unless
fight.
Beterbiev is affected by the injury or age and he slows down. If it's the Beterbiev we expect, it's hard for me to see anybody beating him. I think the only guy who's got a chance is Bivol. Because I've seen him against good boxers and where it's been close and close and close, very, very good boxers. And he still comes out and gets his KO. He still gets his decision, TKO, KO, whatever. He makes them give up.
I mean, it's going to
Because
be...
he's just so heavy-handed.
I think this is the only fight that we've actually properly disagreed on.
I think so. But it's about time. We need a bit of controversy. Yeah. Controversy sells, Simon.
And I just think...
So I'm playing devil's advocate, just whatever you say.
I just think this is going to be Callum Smith's night. It's his best performance that we're ever going to see.
I think it needs to be. I think I think even against Canelo, I think this needs to be better than that.
Is it a shock if Callum Smith beats him?
No.
Right, okay. Is it a shock to the boxing world?
Callum Smith has... I think it upsets some people's plans. And I think it is a shock, but it's not like a huge shock. It's a shock of like 20%, 30%.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, it'd be 70-30, 60-40, so 20% shock. He is the underdog, but it's not by a huge amount. He's got the skill set. He's got the physique. He's got the reach advantage. He's got a height advantage. He's got the age advantage. He's got the skill set. He's a very good technical boxer. And he's got the power.
So he's got all them advantages, but you still won't pick him.
No, he's got all those things. But you picked him now, so I'm going to get the other side so we get it right.
We don't have to do that.
We do. I'm picking better. Well, I had Beterbiev from the beginning.
What? Did Beterbiev on points?
No, Beterbiev knockout.
You're on
I don't think this fight, either way, is going to go to points.
You're on a different plan. So you think Beterbiev knocks out Callum Smith. I'm telling you now, Callum Smith destroys this
Callum
guy.
Smith is well capable of beating him.
And he will. He destroys him.
And as I said, I think the one that he'd have more trouble with is Bivol because he's more slick. He's a more boxer. That'd be a 12 round.
Forget about
decision.
Bivol. Callum Smith destroys Beterbiev. Destroys him.
You'll find out.
I'm telling you, he destroys him. Beterbiev, and I'm going to say it now, he's hyped up.
He definitely ain't in a hype.
He's had 19 fights. He's fought.
Had 19 KOs.
Yeah. I bet you Callum Smith had 19 KOs in his first 19 fights.
Does he hold 3? Is he unified like heavyweight champion?
Who did he beat? Joe Smith, and that's it.
Anthony Yard, Joe Smith. Everybody
Anthony
who's put in front of him.
Been running from Callum Smith for years.
He beat everybody who was put in front of him. Vosdik was a good boxer. Very, very good boxer.
Not in the same league as Callum Smith.
I think that'd be a good fight.
Beterbiev, world class. Callum Smith's between world class and elite at light heavyweight.
Okay, we'll find out. If he beats him, then you're right. And then he's in the elite category because everybody else has tried and failed. And then, like I said, he's fought some good boxers, technically.
Didn't we
boxers.
joke around about this a few months back when Callum Smith moved up to light heavyweight? We were saying, I think what we said was, Callum Smith moved up to light heavyweight. what a shame, because Canelo's going to beat Bivol and Canelo's going to become undisputed like
Like
heavyweight
the heavyweight
champion.
champion. I think that was the,
And then Callum Smith won't get another title. But it didn't turn out that way.
But no, but I suspected Bivol would be good against Canelo. I mean, I didn't expect how much it was one-sided, but Bivol's got the skills.
Yeah. No,
I don't know if he's got the power, and like if you catch him, like I said, that's a good fight. I think like this is the better pairing to give Callum Smith a chance to get the belts than fighting. Bivol. Even though Beterbiev is scarier, Bivol is, I think, too slick for anybody there. I think the only guy who's got a chance against him is Beterbiev, because they're similar in stature and things, and Beterbiev has got, I think, but I think Callum Smith is a really, really tough fight for Beterbiev, but because of his past things, he's come up against a lot of those. You haven't seen him failing him. He can be caught. He'll be knocked down. He's been all the things. He's been cut badly. Everything that like most people would get done by, but he comes through them all. And the one time that Callum Smith, at least the fights I've seen where he's had adversity, i.e. against Canelo, he's come up short, and that's my concern. Yes, he was relatively young. He's learned from that. And Canelo is a special fighter, so it's no shame in that. No. But I think he never really showed his best.
No, he didn't.
I hope he does show his best here. Yeah. I still think Beterbiev's going to beat him. And I hate to say that because I am a Callum Smith fan.
In all seriousness, no, so what, you go in Beterbiev knockout?
Knockout.
Round?
What did I say? 9? Or did I say 10 before? We'll double check the tape, but I'll say 9 now.
Interesting.
I'm hoping it's a good contest that it goes through. That we get to see the best of Callum Smith and we get to see the best of Beterbiev.
I think if
Beterbiev's below par, I think that's the chance that
I think that's my issue. Is I think you've seen the best of Beterbiev.
We may have.
I think that's the problem. Is you've seen the best of him.
We don't know till
the
13th on the evening, and we'll find out.
There's a new phrase in town, and it's called a scientific fact.
Well, you've been right, so you could. Hopefully, that's why you see what I'm saying. You should go for Callum Smith.
No, I am.
Right
I do. I think it's.
And I'll be the devil's
I'm going for Callum Smith knockout round 7. I just think he gets his jab established quite early, and I think his uppercuts and his hooks come into play. And I just think he destroys Beterbiev.
If you get to 12 rounds, do you think he wins on points?
He's not getting a points decision in Canada.
That was my concern. I think
you're not getting a points decision in Canada.
I think there's too many interest in
Canada's like Germany. You don't get a. You're
not being the home fighter.
No. I mean, depends if he can get.
Unless it's like a complete. Like he does what Bivol did to Canelo.
If he can score some knockdowns and, like you say, the problem being is. Well, no, it's not actually, because you could have said that about Parker Wilder. Because
Wilder, whatever, all his things, even if he boxed properly, is a one-trick pony.
He is, but
Beterbiev
what I'm saying is the points thing is, if you wanted to go on points, you should have gone to Wilder because the Joshua's fight was there. So Callum will have to do what Joseph Parker did, make it that convincing that the judges cannot. Pick. I don't think you can though, because it's going to be a competitive fight.
I think it's being a close fight.
I'm not going to say it's a one-sided beatdown, but I think Callum Smith beats him.
I think it's a close fight. I think if he's got the heart to come through, I think it's more like if he does a Dubois and he's got the heart to keep going, because he's going to face adversity in this fight. He's going to be caught. He's going to be hurt. It's which one's going to hurt each other more. That's my thinking of it. That Beterbiev is more likely to come through that because he has done before. And with Callum Smith, when he's been in that situation, he hasn't. Now, like I said, caveat that with that that's his first time, and hopefully he's learned from it. I think Callum Smith's got a good chance of winning. I just think Beterbiev's chance is slightly higher. Should I go 45-55 now? Will that make you feel better? 55 Beterbiev?
No.
51-49. I don't think it's that close. I think it's 55-45. You can give
Callum Smith 10%.
What's your percentage win factor?
70-30 for Callum Smith.
Right.
I don't know why. Genuinely don't know why. I just think I've just got a feeling this is Callum Smith's night, and he just puts on a masterclass.
Well, like I said, I hope so.
And he just, and he does it in style.
It'd be really, really nice to have a unified light heavyweight champion from Liverpool.
I've just got a feeling that this is his night, and I'd love. I know Beterbiev is an animal. I know that, and I know it's a dangerous fight. Beterbiev can knock him out and beat him, and everything is. You should be saying, "Oh, I think Beterbiev will win," but I've just got a feeling Smith's going to do it.
It's better to have both of them on.
I think he's going to be. He's just going to smash it, and he's going to be great doing it. But
I think we did have one of these conversations where he said he's got Canelo at super middleweight, which is really harsh on him. Because otherwise, against most of the people, he wins.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then he goes to light heavyweight,
but
and he got better.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Callum Smith, 6'3", and he was fighting at 12 stone, and he looked awful, skinny. I think this little move up in weight will have done him the world of good. Callum Smith could go up to cruiserweight.
He's got the frame for it.
Yeah.
Depending on how he feels.
I'm just hoping that this move up's give him the power, energy, that bit of extra weight.
If he keeps his speed, he can go up to...
Because let's not forget, this is only...
Problem is, a cruiserweight, you got Apataya.
Yeah, but,
this one you've got...
This is only Callum Smith's second fight at light heavyweight. So you don't know... I mean, how good he is going to be at light heavyweight. It could be a completely different animal, or he could not be able to.
He's got a chance.
He was so good at super middleweight because he was able to take the punches. Let's not forget he's fought some fantastic super middleweights: George Groves, John Ryder, Canelo Alvarez. He's fought some elite opponents.
See, the way I feel bad is because anybody else, I think he's got a good chance. I just think them two are elite. Beterbiev and Bivol. All right, moving on. So if we suspect that Callum Smith wins, or like if that happens, what's his chances against Bivol? Briefly, because obviously if that happens, we'll be making a video on that when that hopefully occurs.
That's a tough one,
See, that's my thing with that one, that he can do this, but Bivol on points. Bivol is hard to outbox, and I don't think he has the skills to outbox him. I don't think any of the light heavyweights do.
They haven't, but what Callum Smith has got is he's got the power.
If he catches him, yeah. But Bivol is really, really slick, and even Canelo couldn't do anything.
But don't forget, I think Callum Smith's got a better work rate than Canelo, though. Which is where Canelo hasn't got the best work rate, let's be honest.
Because he doesn't need to. He's just walking you down and like hunting you normally.
Callum Smith against Bivol is an interesting fight. Don't know how it would go.
See, mine would be that I think Bivol is a 12-round points decision. By a reasonable number of rounds. I think Callum Smith will get some rounds.
Yeah,
but I think it's like an 8-4.
Yeah. I think Callum Smith has to knock Bivol out.
And that, for me, is a tough ask. That's the problem I've got. I don't think he beats him on points. Again, I think it would be a great fight. And competitive, but I think...
Is Bivol one of them just special fighters that...
I think technically he is. He hasn't got the power of Crawford.
Yeah.
And in a way...
He's a bit like...
I think even like Usyk
it's a bit like Andre Ward. He's just one of them talents. It comes along once in a while, and...
His technical savvy is just on a different level.
And you've just got to say... You take your hat off to him and go, yeah, you are...
Right, let's reverse now. Beterbiev wins, or my prediction comes correct. Beterbiev, Bivol. What do we think?
I don't think
that's harder to call.
No, for me, it's not.
Okay.
For me, I don't think Beterbiev gets near Bivol.
So the game, 12-round decision.
Yeah, I think Bivol. No, I think Bivol stops him. I think Bivol hits him that often and that cleanly that Bivol stops him.
You think that's what he remembers how to do KOs?
Yeah, I think Beterbiev is made for Bivol. I think Bivol's hoping it's Beterbiev.
Well, I think he can. I think it's closer for me with Beterbiev because of the way. Because especially if he gets through Callum Smith, depending on how he gets through Callum Smith, that's a huge fight. It's a really good opponent.
Yeah.
And probably going to be better than what Bivol's just thought. Although, respect to Lyndon Offer. But, yeah, I think that's a closer fight because if Beterbiev catches him a few times... I mean, I'm favouring Bivol as well because I think Bivol on points. I don't think he gets a
Tell you
KO,
what,
I don't think he won't
what
quit,
that'll
but-
come down to is who takes centre of the ring. Because Bivol likes to be on the front foot. Beterbiev likes to be on the front foot.
That for me is the matchup of matchups, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I think it's...
But I just think... No, I
I
think Bivol takes...
I think Bivol will end up being unified champion.
It's a boxing masterclass for me against Beterbiev. I think Bivol wants Beterbiev because it's an easier fight for
But
him.
I think he's got the game plan for him. It's a style match as to what he can do. It'll be like basically what he did to Canelo.
Yeah.
Again.
I think his footwork's too quick for Beterbiev. He can get in and
He's
out.
the slickest of the light
He
heavyweights.
can get in and out really quickly. Problem he'll have against Callum Smith is Callum Smith's height.
Well, the other problem you're going to have is Callum Smith's just beaten Artur Beterbiev. How high is your confidence going to
Exactly.
be? Then that Canelo thing's just like, well, it doesn't matter anymore.
And like say, Callum Smith, 6'3".
Yeah, and whatever, 80-something inch.
80, yeah.
I mean, Bivol's taller than Beterbiev and got a better reach, but not like... It's the confidence. It's what's going to be the thing, because you'll have the confidence of beating Artur Beterbiev is like a huge statement.
Bivol he's them once in a blue moon fighters that comes along, isn't he? He's a special talent. And unfortunately for Beterbiev and Callum Smith, I think Bivol's just that little bit league ahead.
A little bit, yeah.
And if Bivol had the power of Callum Smith or Beterbiev, Jesus Christ.
Then it's all over.
Well,
I think if he had the power of them, he's in the same category as Crawford in a way.
But Bivol, like I say, Bivol's in a good situation because he can go and fight Canelo Alvarez again if he wants in a rematch. He can fight the winner of this.
Well, he wants the belts. And I think they've had their face-off in Saudi, haven't they? Not now, in whatever the event was before.
So, it's interesting. And I look forward to it. I can't wait for it. January 13th.
That's Beterbiev and Callum Smith, yeah. So that's the one we're going to watch, and then we'll do a video on the other. Whoever gets through that, then it'll be hopefully Bivol versus them for the undisputed light heavyweight title, which would be immense.
I'm loving these undisputed.
We need to get them.
I'm loving them.
It's either one of them, whoever wins out of that, a fight against Bivol, that's the best fight. You want to see it.
Make it. I think the Saudis will make that anyway.
There's rumours they've already sort of done the deal. Whoever wins out of that will go up. I don't think it's one-sided. It's whoever wins. If Bivol came through he's there. Whoever wins out of them, that's what they promised them to get him there in the first place. So it'd be great. I think that's like we said in our Day of Reckoning, I think that's the thing that's came out of the Day of Reckoning, that the TV networks are starting to go, well, maybe we should make this happen. The promoters are, maybe we should make this happen. Even the fighters are coming to, let's get it done.
Let's get it done. And look forward to it.
So hopefully that will continue with all the weight classes for 2024 and stuff and everything.
But no, Callum Smith, he's just over the water from us, local lad. So I wish him all the best. I really do.
Yeah. Nice guy as well.
Yeah. Bring
really
it home, mate.
Guy.
Bring it home. And then,
it'd be fantastic if he could.
And then, a Liverpool away day to Saudi might be on the cards for us in the future.
Well, hopefully, yeah. I'd love to go to that, to watch Bivol. Bivol and him would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Match.
No, bring it home. Good luck. I know you can do it, so I really hope you do, mate. Don't freeze.
So what's your prediction? Round 7
Round
knockout
7
for Callum Smith?
Yeah, I think Callum Smith knocks him out.
I'm going to change. Beterbiev knockout round 9, did I say?
Yeah.
Or 10, whichever. Whichever one I've said. Oh, both of them I've said. I'll have both.
Yeah. No, I look forward to it. It's going to be a good fight. It's been a long time in the making, obviously, with injuries and things like that. It's been good that they've had the injuries, but they've still kept the fight fight on, so that's good. May the best
We've had
man
some
win.
good fillers in between, so it's okay.
Yeah.
We've had a day of reckoning and other things, so it'll be cool to
And
see
it's
it.
a good start to the new year.
It is
It's a
indeed.
big fight to the new year, and hopefully it's something that,
Hopefully we will be seeing more of them.
yeah,
And in the other divisions
may
where
it
these
con-
old people would talk big shows, but actually don't do anything.
May continue. It's going to be great.
Okay, like, subscribe, let us know which side of
Yeah.
you camp on. Mine or Simon's? Callum Smith or Beterbiev, and what you think
Yeah, let us know.
happens with Bivol. And yeah, would you like, which one would you, of those fights would you like to see more?
Brilliant.
Put it in the comments, please. And we'll see you in the next one, which
That's
at some
probably
point...
the new year, to be honest.
Well, I think we're going to do we're going to do a 2023 review, I think we will do.
Yeah, we'll do a quick 2023 review.
And then a preview of 2024. What's happened this year and what's coming up. And what we think are the best fights, best moments, etc., etc.
We're going to act as promoters and make these fights happen. And
This is
force
what
them out
needs
there.
to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, let
I
us
like
know
it.
which other fights you think we should see in any weight category. See
Brilliant.
you in the next one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.